Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Hi, jeez. You stupid strafer. Hope everybody's doing good today. Now check this out. Last episode, a lot of comments, a lot of good ideas. Thank you guys so much for it. This is one of the things that got tweeted to me. Boop. Yeah, baby, not bad, not bad. So at the moment, we can't fill cauldrons with potions. I saw, even though I said it in the last episode, some people seem to miss it and said fill it with the leaping potion and it will be green. That's only in Minecraft PE at the moment. So until that is added, which it hopefully is in the PC version, I think this is a good workaround for making some of these cauldrons look interesting. And we go like so. Make it overflow a little bit. It's not the perfect slime color, but it's definitely good. And I've also gone around and I've added it a little bit to some of these. Just gives it a different height and a little bit of a surface, I guess. What did I do in here? We have one with just some in it, and then maybe here, go like so. And these are transparent as well, so we don't have to worry about light loss or anything. Ooh, I should have torches behind there. Sloppy me. Anyway, hope everybody is doing fantastic today. I'm doing great myself. Sweden is there's pulling in a thunderstorm, it looks like. Looking up to the skies, it's super warm, and looking up to the skies, and it's just black in the background, which is kind of cozy. Super nice though at the moment. We'll see what happens here. I never turn my computer off during thunderstorms. I know that you probably should do that, but anyway, today, one other thing that also was suggested in the comments I've been working on up there, this was also tweeted to me in regards of how we do the conveyor belts. You remember we talked about that last episode? Someone tweeted me this. There was a lot of different things, but this was one suggestion which I really like. So the idea is we'll have hello? Oh, there was this skeleton. We'll have stone slabs that would be the conveyor belt, and then for the cauldrons we'll put one of these down, and then like so, and then hang them like we have. That was a fantastic suggestion. It led me to want to try something else. Wow, that sounds so rejecting. It isn't. I like it, but it led me to think about just using a little bit of a different color. And I was thinking we could try together. I think the problem with the stone slabs is that it's going to look very, very clean. We have a very broken up kind of build here, and I want to see if we can implement that feeling. So let's start off right off the bat today. Let's try something right here, okay? I know we spent some time on this last episode. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but because, you know, the suggestions were so good, I want to see what we can do. My idea is, let's first of all embed it, okay? So we embed it in the stone. Maybe a place it will stick out, like this is a stick out, this is embedded. And then we go up there. And I'm using dark oak, that's the thing. Yeah. I'm using dark oak. I don't like dark oak, but I think it could make for an interesting contrast here. We'll just have to try and see. Regular oak could also be used for this, and that may look good. But how does this contrast? Oh yeah, baby, that contrasts great versus that. And then we come down like so, and I think we'll have to do a little bit more to see the full effect here. But we could be onto something here. It looks fantastic, or it's a great way of making a conveyor belt. I didn't even think about changing up or making something that's handmade. I was stuck in the idea that we just hang these randomly in the ceiling. For areas like this, we'd have to help it out with smooth stone and andesite and that kind of stuff, like so. But yeah, baby. I can see already that I'm gonna hate the dark oak though. I don't know what's with me in dark oak. It's just not my color, I guess. I tried with oak here as well, and both of them are very bad. No, that's not gonna work at all. This is again what I was sent over the tweeters. And that looks better than both of them, but it still doesn't do it for me. It looks a bit too mechanical. It looks a little bit too much industrial. And by doing it with wood, I was hoping to get a different effect. But I'm not really getting it. Maybe... I just got an idea. Maybe we shouldn't overthink this so much. Let's do something on the ground here. It's a problematic task to be jumping up and down. Maybe what if we have... instead of the slabs on the side, or instead of the slabs in the middle, we switch it up and we have like a log color there, and then we go with the dark oak. So we'd see it from underneath, right? So we'd see it from here. And these come down again. Yeah, thank you, Iskal, for building it tall enough so we can see it. Hold on. I'm such an idiot. Alright, here we go. I came up with something even better, maybe. Yeah. Okay. May not work with the cobblestone wall. So here's the dark oak side. Doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty cool. The other side, though, using cobblestone. Because imagine us having... it would be dug up in the mountain. So the mountain would come like that, right? And by thinking about that, the cobblestone may not actually work, may not be bad. If we use the cobble, though, I feel almost as if we have to go fence post immediately, which removes that cool feature that you get from the cobblestone walls there. Wow, this is harder than I thought it was. I saw the tweet picked and I was like, woo, we got it. But then when I put it up here, I don't know. Also, another thing, we can learn by looking at these. It's too busy now in the ceiling. Of course, we have 3 different samples, but we have to account for that. We have the cages and some colors and all that kind of stuff that we have already. But I don't think this is too bad. If we use this method, we're kind of sticking with the rest of it. Let me try it, okay? I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna take away this garbage that I've done. And I'm gonna try it. We never know until we see it, they say. That doesn't look too bad up there. Still a little bit uncertain about the dark oak. I don't know what's with me. Ooh, had a creeper blast right there. Need to fix it. I'm still not sure. I'm not loving the dark oak. But it's definitely something that I'm gonna leave it sit there for me to think about. I'm gonna try the cobble as well one of these days. It's just so annoying to be pillaring up and down to the roof or the ceiling of a ravine. Another thing is the different heights. So I did a little bit of a step up there, and I think that looks cool with the log sticking out like that. Oh, Iskal forgot to cover up the granite. Dang it! This is definitely a stream project, though, for the next time we stream, I think. Definitely a cool thing. Anyway, let's move on now to something else. I want to get my forge done, ladies and gentlemen. My auto-smelter super room of doom. And we're gonna do it in here. We've been working a lot on the ravine lately, and I've been doing so because this is sort of infrastructure for me down here. We needed a smeltery, and that's kind of the root cause of this thing. Oh, goodbye, passion. Only true symmetry on now. So I'm thinking we'll place that right here. We have at the moment, we come down here from the main kind of base or the upstairs. So it's a quick exit to get into here, and then we go around the corner. And in here, I kind of want to put the smeltery. I think we need to make it a little bit bigger, though. But overall, it shouldn't be... I don't want it to be too much of a walk. I just want it to be, you know, immediately in our face. Grab some torches. Boom. Me and Xumavoid was playing around with dynamic lighting before, by the way. It was a lot of fun. It turns out that the dynamic lighting works in multiplayer. Pretty crazy. So basically, when he was using Optifine, I was using Optifine. When he holds the torch in his hand, the player what am I gonna say here? When he holds the torch in his hand, I can see him holding the torch in his hand, and I can see him being lit up. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I may include some of that footage in a second here. Let's just try and get a little bit of an idea here going. I've been thinking a lot about this project, and I think I'm gonna go with my black nether brick. Even in vanilla texture pack with the maroon or Bangladeshi color, I think nether brick will not look too bad down here. And in the black texture pack that I have, it's just fantastic looking. And I want to have like a big central oven type of thing here. And we're going to make this functional, so it's going to be smelting things super quick for us. And we'll talk about that once we're done laying down a little bit of the building foundation. Let's just try to get an oven going, I suppose. Something like that, okay. And then learning when building the chop shop that coal blocks does indeed take turn on fire, because I was originally going to use coal blocks, but since they are affected by fire, we can't use that anymore, unfortunately. But I'm thinking something like this. Maybe we spread out the nether rack or nether brick a little bit on the floor in the front. The idea here is that this nether brick is kind of burnt out stone, and then we'll have a big fire. And I saw last Hermitcraft season, and I know that Etho built something a little bit similar to what I want to do. I think I should move this back. So I want to make sure that I don't build the same thing, obviously. But the smelter mechanics is going to be very similar. Maybe we'll have a bar over there. Yeah, baby, look at how that sits already towards this stone. It's beautiful, this black nether brick. In case you want to use it, feel free to download my texture pack. Go to my forums, escal85.com. Go to the download section and download my texture pack. It includes the changed nether brick and watercolor. And no, I did not copy B00 for once in my life. I know he has black nether brick. I had it first. Just saying. Just saying. He's a great guy. And I don't think he have ever seen a video of mine, but I did not take this from him. Very important for me. Maybe we go a little bit like this. Is this even aligned with this thing? Yeah, it is. Very cool. The idea here is obviously that they were down mining. They needed some kind of smelter mechanic machine. And I think that's looking pretty good already. We could also... Oh yeah, I was gonna see if maybe we should use some iron bars for this. Oh, that does not work there though. Have to skip that. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Then what I want to have, I want to... This is the same design I used in my single player for those of you who have seen my island. By the way, if you're interested in more technical Minecraft from my side, I like to build a lot of stuff here on Hermitcraft. But if you're interested in seeing more technical, more redstone heavy stuff, my island is the series for you as well, okay? I do a lot more technical stuff there than I do here. I don't know, it's not a choice of mine, it's just a thing that has happened. Maybe we'll have something like this where we feed the items we want to smelt. We'll put on a... Actually... Oh, you got super speed. Minecart. Let's burn some of this stuff. Ooh, actually... Ooh, hi, diorite. Stupid bird poop. Maybe... Yeah, let's just see. We'll have that there. We'll put in the stuff that we want to smelt. And then we'll make a mechanic so we send it in. We need another minecart for coal as well. And the way this is going to work, I need hoppers. Ooh, no. I saw diorite on the floor and I picked it up because I thought it looked beautiful. No, I'm just joking. To be honest, I woke up the other day. This is a scary thing between you and me. Do not go and tell everybody now, okay? I woke up the other day and I... I was caving. I think it was here on Hermitcraft. It could have been on my single player as well. I can't remember. But I was doing some caving anyway. And I looked at diorite in the ceiling. And it was kind of shadowed, okay? To my defense. It was kind of shadowed. And I, for a second, thought that it looked good. I was like, wait a minute. Something's wrong with me today. So I went out and I took some medicine and then I hated it again. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, for a second I thought it looked kind of good in the ceiling. But obviously there must have been something wrong with me. Something wrong with the morning coffee or something. Anyway, the way this is going to work is through a furnace array. We're basically going to have quite a few furnaces. I haven't decided how many yet, but more than this little area here. We'll have furnaces sitting like this, and then we'll have the rail. Actually, we'll have to go down here one. The whole fireplace is just a decorative thing. We'll have a furnace array sitting down here. Then we'll have hoppers on top of this. And we'll have hoppers on the back as well. You've probably seen one of these before, right? But these are, I think they're getting very popular lately. It's a fantastic way of doing a super quick smelter machine. So the hoppers on the back. Then we'll have a rail running across. Where's my rails? Rail running across like so. And we'll have another rail running down here that will feed it coal. And that's why we need 2 minecarts. Where did the minecart go? So now if I were to shove this over, it's going to put exactly 1 netherrack in every furnace. Okay? We had 57. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We should have 50. Oh! No, we put more in. That's because we have... Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Let's put 2 in there. That's because we are using... put 2 in there as well. Okay, we're going to use powered rail here basically, so that it gets goes at max speed, and then it's going to drop down 1 per every furnace. I feel as if I should start building this a little bit more, the technical aspect, and then maybe explain, because I'm confusing myself at the moment. But basically you get an even distribution of items. Onto this we have to have some kind of unloader as well. But yeah, I think it all should be good. If we take a second and think about the design again, I want to be able to transition back to the whole cave idea. Again, they probably blasted out this furnace, making it a blast furnace. Ooh, a blast furnace / forge. So I think the way we achieve that feeling is by keeping the nether brick very, very straight. As if it's man-placed, and then we make sure the cave kind of come over on top of it. Look at that! That's a beautiful thing already. If we go ahead and put some background in this, there's really no reason to have 2 layers here, is there? Let's just see what happens if we do this. Because I just see diorite in the background at the moment. Yeah. Already looking better. I love making things like this in Minecraft. This is one of the first things you make, isn't it? Like a furnace, and yeah, it's just fun. Maybe we even punch these away. We could skip the iron bars and go with fences here. I think I just burnt one. Oh, that may actually be even better. I've also grabbed some cyan stained clay. The idea here is that we're slowly now going to start and include cyan stained clay into the cave, or into the ravine, into the mines. And my idea is that this is a different shade of the stone. And I don't know if that's going to work right here, but I was hoping it would. The floor here will be very rough, and once we get away from the heat... Coal blocks, boop, boop, boop. Once we get away from the heat... Definitely start using coal blocks in the floor as well. Kind of simulate, you know, burnt out stuff. Yeah, I think this is gonna look good. Alright, everybody. I just had to go and overcomplicate this extremely much. Doing a multi-smelter like this is a pretty simple task. But I thought long and hard about how to aesthetically please us with sending the minecart into the furnace. Originally, I was planning on having one input on the side, and the minecart could come out on the other side. But then I kind of thought that it would be cooler if we send off a minecart straight into the furnace. So that overcomplicated a lot of things. But I think we may have a little bit of a working prototype here. We're going to try it out. I haven't tried it out myself. The idea is you come up here, and I try to start designing this a little bit as well as a medieval fantasy looking forge. And I think, you know, it's sitting pretty good. I think it's pretty gorgeous. Very messy though. I said, let's build this straight. But I kind of changed my mind. I like how the black nether brick sits with the stone. Although it's not done. We have to do a little bit more polishing. But the idea is you come up here. You put whatever you want to smelt in here. And let's go with a stack of cobblestone. And then you need to make sure that you have fuel, which goes down here. This is a chest. And I'm using an iron bar here with opposite turned around stairs so that we can access it, but we can't fall down. I think that looks... Ooh, that just ruined it. I think that looks a little bit cooler than the trapdoor mechanic. Alright. Then, come up here. If we push this button now, what should happen is that this minecart should shoot off and hopefully dispose all of this cobblestone into our furnace array, which is in the back. At the same time as it takes its first lap, we should hear this minecart go off and fill it with coal. Here's the tracks and the railstone, the redstone. Very, very simple. Looks a little bit unorganized, but this is the way I went ahead with it. The array consists of 12 furnaces. So basically, we're smelting things 12 times as fast as just using one furnace with this multi-smelter. You could extend this endless, but I think 12 is a pretty good number. I use 9 in my single player, and it's fine. Let me just, before we run this through, let's quickly show you what's happening here. The minecart is going to come down here. It's going to drop into this rail, and I want to change out these walls. Make it all black and stuff in here because this is actually visible. Actually, we could probably cover it up like here. Like that should be fine. We'll see. Then the minecart comes through here. It goes with a powered rail across all the hoppers, and this should distribute one item per hopper or per furnace. Then it will come down to a checker here, and this here is a checker. A detection rail will send a signal to the comparator if anything is still in the minecart, okay? Anything in the chest in the minecart. That signal, if so, will trigger this rail to be facing right. So if there's something in here, boom, this rail will go this way and the minecart will go in a loop and do another spin around the furnaces. All right? At the same time, if there's stuff still in the chest, it will send a signal down this line, which goes past that chest and all the way down to the coal minecart. And the coal minecart track comes over here, shot up, and then fills the furnaces or hoppers on the behindings of the furnaces with coal, and then bounces back here. So every operation, it should fill 2 coal pieces per furnace. And eventually we will get overstocked with coal in both the hoppers and the furnaces, and we'll have a good buffer with that chest that we have access to. But anyway, let's try this out. At the moment, in case whenever the minecart is empty, it's going to go up here and just drop down here and just sit here. I need to connect this up to drop the minecart down back in its place here through the ceiling in a hidden way. So that's the next step. But I want to see if this works first. So we have 64 cobblestone. We've got coal in there. We send you off, and then I want to see this in action. Yeah, we should see the coal minecart coming now. The first operation, yeah, there's the coal minecart. Aha, beautiful. The first operation will be a little bit slower there. The next time there will be coal in the furnaces already. And we'll see if the minecart empties itself entirely. Yeah, it's out of cobblestone. All of that should be smelted up in the furnaces. And the coal will go back and stop. So it filled it with 3. You can see it's evenly distributed. Very, very cool. So that works fine. Now what's left to do is obviously we need to have an output from the furnaces, and whenever something is smelted up from a furnace, you can pull it out from the bottom. So I think this may be actually bottlenecking this system a little bit, but I think we should be fine. I haven't actually thought about the output. I just thought it was very cool to do this input thing, but well, basically, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's destroy you. Where do we want to output the items? What's intuitive? Like they would drop down from the ceiling, but then we can't do a big operation. I kind of want them to get sorted in a chest somewhere. Maybe we'll put a chest on the side here. We'll need a little bit of an item elevator to pull that off, though. Yeah, I'll see what I do. But basically, I'll make a hopper belt like this. Oops. Come down like this. I should have thought about this before. But yeah, make a hopper belt like that. Connect up all the hoppers together. We could do 2 hoppers belts, and then we would do this a little bit quicker, but I think we should be fine. So all items should end up here at the moment. Yeah, very good. Okay, but that works. I think that's cool. As far as the design here goes, I think this looks pretty cool. Like I like it. I really like how the black nether brick, I said that I would use it as a straight block, but for me, like, this would be burnt stone at the moment, you know? They built it out of stone bricks from the beginning, but so much coal and dust and stuff is just soaked all over this place. And I may want to go ahead and also mix up some of these things, do a little bit of texturing. I just can't build non-busy anymore. I'm so in love with making busy styles. It's crazy. All right, so check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We have a finished product. I did it. I finished it. I think anyway. There surely will be some stuff that we need to work on, but I think it's looking pretty cool. I worked a little bit with the floor. It's definitely like a big change to the rest of the style, but that's half of the plan here. We come into this like big furnace. That's the idea as well. This here in the center should be like a big anvil, furnace, forge kind of thing. You're not really supposed to go behind here unless you're like maintenance, janitor, kind of person. And there's a dark spot there. I want to try and avoid lighting this up too much because I like the fact that the fire is lighting it up. But it gives you a cool depth as well as you walk in here. I put some nether brick behind here. I had it open before. I was originally planning... Ooh, hi. Oh no. Let's not... Hopefully not break any redstone component here. I was originally planning on having some sort of indicator of the oven being on there, like lava pouring down. I'll see if I come back to that idea. At the moment, I'm just happy that this works. So, let's try it out, shall we? Let's put in 32 cobblestone in the minecart here. And it's already loaded with coal, but we can load it a little bit more. And let's just shoot it off. Goes down in there. You saw that before, hopefully. This is going to be our output chest right here. And it's not ideal. Like, this is always an issue. Ideally, we'd have the chest like right in front of us. But there, the minecart comes back. It's empty. Very good. And we should start to see stuff coming here. Yeah, baby. 32 in total. I'm using a silent dropper item elevator. And that's the clicking thing that you hear. So it's not really silent. It's clicking every time it's empty and shoots the last piece, I believe. But we put in 32. You can see how quick this is as well. And as I said, this is fully expandable. You can go how many furnaces you want. I think at 44 or so, you get diminishing returns. It's not going to go quicker because, yeah, the minecart won't make it all the way around. But we got 32 stones, so it's definitely working. It's a bulk smelter. I think it's really cool. But that's gonna have to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the minecart comes back down. I don't know if we had that in the last cutscene. I don't think so. The item elevator is behind here. I'll probably make like a staff entrance behind there at some point as well. And I hear a zombie. Oh, you're over there. Stupid idiot. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. This took me a fair bit of time, but let me know what you think. Unorthodox again, Iskal just mixes up the blocks, but I think it's gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next episode.